What's up guys, welcome back to episode 2 of the cross country series. Today's video is going to be about the VSU Border Clash, or the Valdosta State Border Clash. And we're going to be doing a little bit different style, cutting back to footage, and then also doing a bit of a voiceover. So let's get into it. Yeah, so for this week's race, we ended up getting to campus around 1:30. I think ended up leaving at like 1:45, you know, pretty quick, just pack everything up in the vans and then headed out. We had a pretty good drive. I want to say it was about a 2.5 to 3 hour drive of like some, Valdosta, which is in South Georgia. Messing around, having fun on the bus, playing a little bit of game pigeon, stuff like that. Nothing too crazy. We made 2 stops on the way there. One at like a little park place thingy that had like a restroom, and then a couple vending machines and stuff like that. And then a little bit later, once we got a little bit closer, stopped at a Busy Bee, which that was pretty fun. Just kind of looked around at some random stuff and, just had a good time at the Busy Bee.
What's over there? No, this right here. I'm not buying this. I'm thinking about this one smells pretty good. The wrong beer one.
The Florida lottery is at $1.7 billion, so we are probably gonna buy some lottery tickets. So I doubt we'll win, but I mean, if you never stop gambling, do you ever really lose? I'm gonna get a Nutri-Grain bar and a banana. I think that's gonna be the grocery haul, or gas station haul. W gas station, bro. Busy Bee. 10 out of 10 gas station. Well, 9 out of 10. I would say Buc-ee's is definitely better, but still a pretty nice gas station. So after Busy Bee, I want to say maybe about 45 minutes or an hour later, we finally got to Valdosta. Basically, normal stuff. Took everything out of the van, set up the tent, and then I did my race preview or predictions, I guess. So I was kind of deciding between, what I wanted to do and how I wanted to approach the race. So we're in Valdosta. We got here about, what, maybe 30 minutes ago?
Yeah.
It's 5:09 right now. Race time for us is 6:50. So right now, just getting mentally prepared. We were looking at the course map. I'll put it up like right here. It's basically either like 2 or 3 laps. It looks like you do 1 lap and then like 2 long laps or something like that. For this course, it's a 7.25K, which was about 4.5 miles. The course does have a lot of gravel, so I'm debating between using spikes or the Nike Streak Flies. Huh? So I'm just going between both of those. 6'7". What's up, Blake? Just doing
What's up, gang?
A race breakdown right now. After the course preview, or I guess you could say the race game plan, Blake was nice enough to walk Edward and I around the course. And, after doing that, I definitely made the decision to wear shoes instead of spikes because there was a lot of gravel. And spoiler alert, but it definitely paid off. I ended up wearing the Nike Streak Fly 2s, and those things, I'll get to it later, but were awesome. Awesome for this race. Yeah, just great pair of shoes. After walking the course with Blake and Edward, it was about that time to start getting ready, start to do our warm-up. Then we did our strides, stretches, all that sort of stuff. And it was pretty hot. I don't remember like exactly what the weather was. It was hot, just to say the least. I don't want to overly word it. It was pretty hot though. But yeah, did that and then did the race. Unfortunately, I don't have any footage of me running the race or anything like that. So let's cut to David at Valdosta. This is gonna be me literally right after the race. I think maybe 10-15 minutes later. So I look a little chopped, so don't hate me in the comments. But this is me right after the race. What's up, y'all? Just finished the race. Felt much better this week than last week at the end. Breathing was a lot better. Just everything was a lot better. Time was right here. But yeah, overall, it just felt much better. And yeah, can't wait for Daytona next week. Got a lot of work to do this week to get ready for that. It's a much harder course. This was only a 7.25K, but overall, I felt much better. We're heading over to do medals and everything like that. I obviously did not get a medal, but much better time this week. I feel a lot better, so I just kind of need to do the same thing I did this week, and maybe just fix a few things like sleep and all that sort of stuff. So, peace. And yeah, you can tell I definitely did a lot better this race than I did the past. Cecil, which by no means is a difficult course, it was just my first cross-country race ever, so I kind of didn't really know exactly what I was doing. After making mistakes at Cecil and then learning from those, here at Valdosta I did much better for this race, and you know, was just really excited that I did a lot better. So that was fun, and I was able to stay with my teammate for most of the race. He ended up beating me by a few seconds. He had a pretty good kick at the end. I think there actually is a photo of that I put somewhere in the video. That was pretty sick. I think he won too, that was pretty cool. I was literally running, and then like people were like going like that, and I was like, come on, like what about me? But you know, hey, good for him, man. That was pretty sick. So yeah, definitely felt a lot more confident this race, especially after, right, looking at the time and just the overall like pace. Like my body just felt good, right? I was definitely tired and sore and in pain for sure, right? Like if I wasn't, I'm definitely, you know, was doing it wrong, but I felt good, right? It was a good feeling that like I was able to push myself at a high level, right? But like not burn out mid-race, you know what I'm saying? So that was definitely an awesome feeling. Talk a bit about the shoes though. I know shoes aren't everything, right? And you know, they help you with time by a little bit, but even just the confidence that like the shoe feels good is always a great feeling. And for this race, again, I'm not obviously sponsored, I got like 2 subscribers or whatever. But bro, those Nike Street Flies were awesome for this race, right? And I get not every race, right, they're gonna be perfect or whatever the case may be, but for this one, they just felt great, right? Good stability, great speed, and my feet did not hurt at all, right? And I've definitely have broken into these shoes. I've had them for a good bit, but I only wear them really for like track workouts, and then I've worn them for one 5K race, and that race they felt great too. So if you are looking for like maybe some, I don't know how to say cross country, but at least definitely some speed shoes, maybe some cross country races, I feel like the Vaporfly would be a little bit better. But as a more budget option, the Nike Street Fly 2s are great. Again, everyone's foot's different, so I would recommend, you know, trying them on before you buy them. But if you are kind of in the mix of maybe looking for some good speed shoes, highly recommend those. Durability, they're not going to last the longest, right? I mean, they're made to go as fast as possible, so the material is a little thin. But I mean, I've had them for a couple months now, and I've, you know, put some hard workouts as well as obviously a whole cross-country race. Granted, that was a 7.25K, but you know, a whole race, and they're still holding up. So highly recommend those shoes. Once the race was over, I think I talked about it too in the video, we did medals, everything like that. So, you know, I believe it was 5 or top 10 from like the women's and the men's. Shout out to Mei Chang for getting first place overall the entire race for the girls. That was pretty awesome. And yeah, unfortunately, your boy did not get a medal, but hey, you know, I got that participation trophy. No, they didn't get that. They didn't hand that out. I don't need a participation trophy. Had some guys from, I think, Flagler too, Daytona State, a couple other schools. Unfortunately, no one on the men's placed in the top 10. That's all right, you know, we'll get better each and every week. After we did that though, basically, you know, tear down the tent, everything like that. Then we went to Chick-fil-A, got some delicious grilled chicken. Hayden, what'd we get?
12-count nugget meal and a Coke.
Then
Chick-fil-A deluxe sandwich, waffle fries, and a pallet. Chicken sandwich.
yes, sir.
Chicken sandwich.
Edward, what we get?
Number 1.
Number 1, yes, sir. And then also watched some of the Chargers and Chiefs game, first NFL game of the season. Yes, I know this was like 4 weeks ago now. We're in week 4 right now if you're watching this video, so that's pretty sick. Steelers are 3-1, so shout out my Pittsburgh Steelers, baby. But yeah, that's gonna be it for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, come on now, y'all know what to do. Drop a like, subscribe, all that YouTube whatever stuff. And if you have any ideas or maybe some YouTube video suggestions, hit me up in the comments section. I'm always down to maybe try and do like some fun challenge videos or something like that. So yeah, hit me up there. And that's gonna be it for today's video. Hope you guys have a great day. Make sure you get your run in today and do your stretches. That's gonna be all. Peace.